I am a PR agency. It is my literal job to clean up mess. I am your Olivia Pope. I'm supposed to make the dirt clean. And upon making said dirt clean, I stand to, over the course of your career, make millions upon millions of dollars off of you. That's the entirety of my job, right? That's why I'm here. I'm used to getting my hands dirty. But upon looking at that shit, working with the lawyers, hey, what we got? What we can spend it. I look at that shit and I say, yeah, it's time for me to get the fuck out of here. If your Olivia Pope says it's time for them to get the fuck out of here, hightail it. And this man ain't working with the rinky-dink cleanup crew. He works best connections in Hollywood type shit. Best connections. Thinking cap. You think they give up that A-lister bag, that Marvel bag, that Disney bag, without the situation being entirely hopeless? Not only the PR team, but the manager. Everybody around you, hightailing it out of there. And it's been some weeks, so they must have been looking at something. They must have been combing over the shits. What can we do? What can we piece together? And they looked at that shit and said, ain't no fucking way. What you think that means? You tell me. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. And yeah, as you guys remember, okay, on the last video that I just said, when the management company cuts you loose, it's a wrap, okay? It's a wrap, okay? And then the information is going to start coming out after that, all right? As you can see here, Jonathan Major issue is worse as more alleged abuse victims cooperate with the DA's office, okay? Not my office, okay? The New York City DA, all right? And basically, it's a wrap, all right? And I said on the last video, which I will link above, that this connects to a lot more than just this one incident. I said that, all right? I said that after we looked at that one article, okay, about the backlash that he was receiving following his arrest, all right? Where people were saying, yeah, he's a vicious, cruel, abusive human being. Where this one guy, Tim Nikolai, called him a sociopath and abuser, all right? This guy has a reputation right now in that area, okay, in the Yale and broader NYC community. It says right here, he's a sociopath and abuser, and that is how virtually everyone speaks about him. So when you had that kind of a reputation, okay, that means there's plenty of witnesses out there, all right? And I said on a previous video that while everybody was distracted by the whole text messaging situation, okay, and the lawyer coming out making statements and, oh, yeah, we got the whole thing on tape, this thing is going to be done and dusted before the end of the week or whatever they were saying at that time, all right? I said that, look, the prosecution is out there trying to prove their case, all right? All the talk on social media was all about the evidence that the defense was setting up. And I said, well, what about the prosecution, all right? You think they ain't got evidence? You think they ain't out there trying to, you know, prove their case, all right? They just hit them with the charges and they're just waiting for trial. All right, we'll just wait around for trial. No, they're out there doing interviews. They're out there collecting evidence, all right? And they clearly have found some folks that are going to cooperate with the DA's office, okay? And like I said, where everybody starts to drop you, okay? All right, this guy's lost a couple of other projects right here. You can see the Man in the Basement movie. I don't know what that is, but he's no longer than that, all right? And the Texas Rangers have cut him from an ad campaign, okay? Yeah. It's a wrap, okay? The prosecution has gone out there. They found their witness. Again, they're trying to prove their case, okay? They're going to go out there and try to prove any way they can that Jonathan Majors is every bit of the abuser they're claiming that he is, all right? That he is guilty of this crime. That's, again, why this information that came out on Twitter, all right, from those Tim Nikolai and all of those guys, that's why that information was important. Let's go ahead and check out and see what this article is talking about. As Jonathan Majors prepares for a May 8 court appearance on domestic violence charges, his PR problems are about to get bigger. Sources familiar with the matter tell Variety that multiple alleged abuse victims of Major have come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The prospect of more women waiting in the wings would mark a dramatic turn in the case and comes on the heels of Major's publicist and management firm cutting ties with the embattled actor earlier this week. The DA declined comment. That's the Manhattan DA. This DA, you know, I got some comments, okay? And like I said, when it comes down to the guilt or the innocence of an actor in Hollywood, it almost doesn't matter, okay? It almost doesn't matter. The accusations alone are enough to completely ruin your career, all right? If you are an actor in Hollywood, okay? Now, me personally, I disagree with that, all right? But that's the way Hollywood does business, okay? That's the way they've done business for the most part, okay? They're very heavy into the cancel culture, all right? You say something out of line, you do something out of line, you get accused of something, whatever. Hey, we washing our hands of you, okay? We're done here. We don't want anything to do with you, all right? That's just the way it is. So yeah, Jonathan Majors has gotten caught up. All right, he got into it with his girl. She started flying off the handle or whatever. That's the lawyers. Now, I don't know if that's what really happened. The leak again. That's the lawyer's story. Okay, that's what the lawyer is saying has happened. That's what the text messages are saying that's happened. But it doesn't matter. All right, this guy's career is in deep, deep trouble right now. All right. And look, when it comes to his career, I'm not saying that this guy's career is over, okay? I'm not saying his career is over, but he is going to have to take a huge L for a little bit, okay? If all of this stuff turns out to be 100% true, which it looks like based on everybody that's dropping them left and right, okay? These guys know Jonathan Majors. They know the story, okay? We might not know the story. The management team knows the story. The PR team knows the story, all right? The people making this movie right here, okay? The Texas Rangers, all right? The Army ad that already got dropped. These guys know what's going on, even if we don't, all right? And they're making business decisions at this point, all right? No, cut them loose. We got to get out of here, all right? And it's an unfortunate situation. If this is what happened again, I'm going to tell you fellas right now, the smartest thing you can do, keep your phone all the way away from your, just keep your phone away from your chicks, okay? Say, hey, chick, you don't get, no, where's your phone? You don't need to know where my phone is at. Let's talk. It's me and you on this date. Why are we talking about a phone, all right? Keep your phone in your car when you out in the restaurant, okay, or whatever, all right? Don't leave that joint laying around, all right? Because that's where a lot of problems kick off. That's what happened to this dude, okay? Little things like that make a big difference, all right? I'm just saying. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. We have provided irrefutable evidence to the district attorney that the charges are false. We are confident that he will be fully exonerated, said Majors' attorney, Priya Chowdhury, in a statement. Yeah, this chick, major problem, okay? You know, putting them text messages out there, one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen from a lawyer, okay? Jonathan Majors, you got to get better representation. I'm just going to tell you that right now. The Creed star was arrested March 25. Of course, we know all about it, all right? Chowdhury mounted an immediate and aggressive response, insisting that the actor is provably the victim of an altercation with the woman he knows and suggested the woman was having an emotional crisis. A source familiar with the chronology of events says the attorney released the statement while he was still behind bars. Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is what agents and attorneys and people do, okay? And she's going to go out there and try to prove, you know, based on the evidence that they got, and we still haven't seen the video. Maybe they're keeping it under wraps for a reason, all right? Maybe the video does exonerate him, all right? But the fact that everybody is dropping his guy like hotcakes, okay? The PR firm, the management company, all of these various sponsors, okay? They're just dropping this guy, all right? He's a hot star, and now he's been booted off of a movie, okay? This Man in the Basement movie. He's been booted out, all right? I think there's another movie that he was out of as well. Yeah, and he's also off of this unannounced 5th season Otis Redding biopic, which the Emmy-nominated actor was circling. So, yeah, he's off of projects. People are getting him out of there, okay? This is bad news, okay? I think, again, for Jonathan Majors, right now, I would just start thinking, you know what, how can I apologize for this situation? You know, what can I do to make amends so that I can come back to my career after whatever my penalty is, you know, if it's just some community service, okay, or if I got to do a couple of months, because it's going to be a couple of months. He's not going to do major time. Unfortunately, that's just the way these things work, all right? You and I would go to jail for like 5 years over this stuff. He's probably going to do a couple of months in prison, all right? And then he'll end up coming out, doing some community service, mea culpas, and going around during the press tour talking about, you know, domestic violence, bad, okay? He'll do all of that stuff, all right? And then he'll try to get his career back on track. But, I mean, that's what I would be thinking of if I was Jonathan Majors right now, because, again, it looks like it's a wrap. And Kang would be the furthest thing from my mind, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't care about Kang at this moment, okay? I'd be worried about my career as a whole, all right? Kang is just going to end up becoming a footnote, all right? I would be worried about my entire acting career. He's just getting started, only 33 years old. So we'll see see what happens, folks. But anyway, what do you think about this situation? Again, I think the whole thing about him and Kang, it's a cold wrap, okay? He's done as Kang, and now he's got to start thinking about his career and what's going to happen with him going forward. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.